The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Franchon Crews-Dezurn. So Franchon Crews-Dezurn versus what's the hell? Hold on, I'm sorry.
Jimenez.
Jimenez. Not Jimenez, because there's no accent. All right. We're going to get these names right here on Boxing Bros, okay? Because we pride ourselves. All right. Franchon Crews-Dezurn versus Alejandra Jimenez, okay? What were your thoughts on that action-packed fight? Trill, I'll start with you.
Get that off her.
Get that off her head!
I think that's gonna steal everything from the fight. Listen, that's what everybody's gonna remember.
Get that beep.
Get that beep off her head!
He said it like 3 times too. I was like, oh man.
Listen, it was a good fight. There's a lot of heart being shown. I was just left with a lot of questions than anything, but it was a good hard fight. Both women fought really hard. It was.
I can see Trill.
I think we're all thinking.
Tune in.
Yeah, we gotta bring that to the podcast. Yeah.
Tune into the
Tune
podcast.
into the podcast. Please tune into the podcast.
I think we all got a psychic connection on
Yes,
this.
yes. Because I want to say a couple things, but I really can't really dive into it. But I can dive into it at the podcast. So please tune
Meet us at the podcast.
Meet us at the podcast. You can meet us at the podcast
At a streaming service near you.
Yes, all streaming platforms, whether it's Spotify, iTunes, Google, whatever. We're there. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want to tune into this. It's gonna be really juicy. It's gonna be really juicy. But it was a tough, hard fight. It's a tough, hard fight.
G.
I'm trying to say this in the most politically correct way that I can.
Don't do it.
Wait to the podcast.
I'm just curious to know Jimenez's testosterone levels. I need to know that personally. And is there any rules against high levels of testosterone when it comes to women boxing? You know, because it seemed like it just seemed unfair. You know, but yeah, I'm now. Let me just get back into this.
I think so far so good.
Thank you. Now back to the actual fight.
Don't go in.
I'm done with that. Now the actual fight, it was action packed. I was surprisingly entertained. This is my first time watching either woman perform, and it was a great fight. At first, what's the sister's name?
Crews-Dezurn.
Dezurn. At first, I was like, she doesn't seem like she got the skills like that. But what I did like was her durability. You know, she took a lot of punishment and she never backed down. She just planted her feet and kept swinging back, and that to me was a heart of a champion. I do believe I had her actually. I thought she should have won, but at the very least, I was comfortable with a draw. You know, and the reason why is because, and we'll talk more on the podcast, when it comes to like these tough rounds, like that, it could go either which way. I feel like it has to go to the champion because you're not doing enough to clearly take that round. You know, and it's just not fair to a champ, who fought to get those belts or that belt. And then when it's a close round, we're just giving it to the challenger. You know, like I didn't feel like she did enough to clearly be like, yeah, she won that. So I feel like they need to run it back. It was a great fight. I think part 2 will be an even better fight. So yeah, salute to them ladies. Oh, but I will say this. I had issues with the referee calling a timeout for her weave. Like, stop it. Yo, that really bothered me because I'm like, if this was like...
He didn't know if it was discomforting, stuff like that. Like, and
that's why I said he didn't know if it was connected to the scalp. He didn't know what was going on.
I'm about to hit y'all with the walk with me. If Wilder showed up to that Tyson Fury 2 fight with the lock weave that he had before. And let's say Fury was putting in that work, and while his whole top just tilted to the side, will we be allowing the ref to be like, oh, timeout, yo, his weave is out of place. Let's
He
fix
didn't know
that.
what was going on. The poor ref didn't know what was going on. They just, the whole
ref didn't
head
know nothing about
no,
this.
he didn't know what,
Also, once again, when G says walk with me, he neglects the other side. I guarantee you this: even if Wilder had on a top with some weave, and that top came off, Wilder still would be looking to land that right hand at all times. I guarantee you that.
Oh, as far as the fight goes, I really had I thought I had it 6-4. I thought Jimenez won 6 rounds and Dezurn won 4. It's because that's how I think the right person won that fight. But I'm not in a disagreement. I think that they should run it back. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I scored it.
Yeah, so I'll just.
But
start.
she did land the clean. Excuse me, didn't mean to cut you off. She did land the clean the shots later on. But earlier she was those shots to the body that she was, and they were hard headed. And not to mention the crowd reacted to everything that she did.
Bingo. And that's why I
You
feel
know
like
what
it was
I'm saying?
like implicit
The crowd
bias on
reacted.
the judges' part. It could be like the
And-
audience is
but
swaying
you
the
gotta
judges'
understand. But
scorecard.
you also gotta understand too. And Dezurn didn't do herself no justice reacting to the punches the way she did.
That's what I like either. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? She reacted to these punches like this. The other fighter, Jimenez, was hitting her. She was reacting like it was really like affecting her. So
Like,
that's
like if a guy was punching you in your face.
Please tune into our podcast. After this, you gotta run right to the back.
Hey! I take no parts in the statement that was made. In fact, what I want to say was, it was a really good fight. I started off after the first 2 rounds. I text the group, fight of the year. Because it was just action-packed. But I also saw that Crews-Dezurn was coming out swinging, putting a lot of energy behind the shots, loading up on everything. I don't know if it's because she felt like that's the way she had to fight, given the opponent, or what. But she just looked like she had 2 rounds to win. Like, it's just, that's the way she came out. And she looked gassed ever since the 3rd round. And I actually saw her faded, because I gave her the first 2, and then I saw her faded in the middle 2. But then I saw her pick it up. And I actually had Crews-Dezurn winning the fight, because I thought she landed the better punches. I thought she landed more punches, and she was the champion. But like Trill said, she was so gassed. She reacted to every punch that Jimenez landed. I mean, Jimenez. Jimenez. I don't know what I just said. I meant Jimenez landed. But realistically, Barry Hunter stole the show for me. Barry Hunter. Listen.
Off her head.
Listen,
Shout out
with
to
is it January 12th today? Listen, as of January 12th, let me double check, because I don't want to say, as of January 12th, Barry Hunter is trainer of the year.
He's in the run.
Barry Hunter is trainer of the year. Barry Hunter.
You want the belt or you want the
You
win?
want the belt or you want that? They ain't even call him. You want the belt or you want that?
I know.
You want the belt? She said, I want that. I want the belt. I want the belt. He said, all right. And then even after the fight, they try to put it back on him. He took it. Get that.
No, it was crazy. That was crazy.
Yo.
She was so embarrassed. Oh man.
But the fact of the matter is, she shouldn't be, because she put up a hell of a fight against an opponent in which I will just say this, and I'm saying this respectfully because I have concern for the fighters. When you saw Anthony Joshua about to fight Jarrell Big Baby Miller, and he tested positive for 3 banned substances, we had a policy in place to catch that. And we were able to catch that and protect Anthony Joshua from an unfair fight. And, Anthony Josh was a warrior. Who's to say he wouldn't have gone in there and put on a performance similar to Crews-Dezurn, right? In a close loss. Or maybe Joshua could have won like Crews-Dezurn in a close fight, but he takes punishment he didn't have to take because someone had an unfair advantage. I really would like to know what type of policies they have in place in terms of testing for female boxing matches, and also how they go about making sure it's a level playing field. And what does a level playing field consist of when we speak of women's boxing? That's just something I would like to know, and I'll just leave it at that.
Please like and subscribe and check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And also, please, you're gonna want to tune in today to our podcast on Spotify.
You don't want to tune in.
down.
I might leave during certain segments. We got Big Mo on the podcast, everybody.
He's gonna be here. So please tune in to the Boxing Bros.
All right.